Well, coming up now is the first round eliminations of the Concours class, and in the Winston Lane is going to be Gary Sheppers out of Huntsville, Michigan, in a 1970 Buick SRGS 455 convertible, Mike.
And his far side opponent is J.C. Brown out of Liberty, Kentucky, and he's got his hands full as he's driving a 1967 396 Chevelle with a 4-speed.
Well, I'll tell you what, 455 cubic inches of that Buick just put it away at 1426, 96.22 miles per hour.
And here's a rare pair. Marshall Jeffers out of Milton, West Virginia is driving a 1962 Chrysler, 413-inch big block, 380 horsepower, but can he have enough?
I don't know. Dan Jensen, that 71 Pontiac T37 at 455 cubic inches. He wins at 1351 at 102.14 miles per hour.
1584 for the losing effort.
Well, it's Steve Vanderwall out of Ontario, Canada in that 68 Ford Mustang, 428 cubic inches, Mike.
And Dan, he's going to need it as Joe Lee Jr. walking away with it in a 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner, 446-pack, 385 horsepower rated. Look at the ET at 1394 at 100 miles an hour.
You like Mustangs? How about Ed Meyer, 70 Mustang Boss 429 NASCAR edition, 499 of these things made.
Michael Brown is on the far side with the 1969 Plymouth Cuda, 440 cubic inch, 375 horsepower effort. And look at this, Dan. He's taking it away from the Mustang all the way down the track. Looks like it's going to be Mopar for the win.
The grabber blue Stang just didn't grab, did it, Mike?
No, sir, he didn't, Dan. Look at this, 1409 for the win on Michael Brown's side. Up now, David DeHammer, the Mustang 500 GT Fastback. It's a Shelby version. 428 Cobra Jet power. David DeHammer out of Granville, Michigan. Looks like he's going to have it, Dan.
Well, Ralph Carr in that 62 Chevrolet Impala SS, 409 cubic inches, just didn't have it.
No, sir, he didn't. David takes the win on the Budweiser side. Right now, Mike Lindaver out of Ferdinand, Indiana is up in his 1970 Plymouth Superbird, Dan. 440 Mopar power.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jerry Dick, the Stoneboro, Pennsylvania runner, that 68.5 Ford Mustang GT, 428 cubic inches, and Mike, it looks like it's all it's going to take. It is. Look at this, 1409 at the win at 93.11. Well, next up is Mark Leadhead out of Huntsville, Michigan in a 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle 396 cubic inches.
His opponent, John Newhoff out of Huntingburg, Indiana in a 1969 Mercury Cougar, very rare 302 4-speed, Dan.
Well, it looks like the Huntsville, Michigan runner is going to pull this one off, Mike. Well, let's watch him as they go up through the lights. Can he do it? He does, 1525. And here in the Winston Lane, it's going to be David DeHammer. He is the contractor in that 69 Shelby GT 500 Fastback, 428 cubic inches.
His opponent, Dan Jensen, a very rare 1971 T37, Dan. It's originally ordered to have been a race car. And a race car he is this weekend as he takes the lead over your Winston side and goes through for the win, a 1352 to a 1445.
Well, the Winston Lane's going to try and pick it up this time as Gary Sheppers comes up. He is the irrigation contractor. He's in that 70 Buick SRGS 455 convertible, 455 cubic inches.
Well, the 71 Plymouth Roadrunner on the far side, the blue one, is a 446-pack. It's owned by Michael Brown. The driver is Joe Lee Jr., and it looks like Lee is doing a fine job of substitute driving this weekend as he takes this round 1419 to a 1439.
Well, as we search over here in the Winston Lane for a winner, we're going to look at Mark Leadhead. Leadhead in the 69 Chevelle, the 396 edition.
He's up against Michael Brown, the man who owned the Roadrunner, who just won the previous pair. Michael's in that 440 cubic inch limelight green Cuda over on the Budweiser side. Looks like it's a good race, Dan, but right away the Barracuda takes charge of this race. 8th mile mark, it's all the Barracudas win.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Chevelle tries everything it can, but then again, it's in the Winston Lane. The Winston Lane, not the right lane at this time. 14-14 on a win over there.
We need to find you a lane that wins, Dan.
You got that right. Well, let's see if Larry Fleming out of Franklin, Kentucky can do something with the Winston Lane as he pulls up in that 69 Dodge Charger 500 SE.
You remember Jerry Dick from earlier. He took us on the tech inspection tour in the staging lanes. Jerry's over in the Mustang and the Budweiser side, the 428 version. Look at this, Dan. We did it again. The Budweiser lane scores with a 1393.
That's right. And over here in the Winston Lane is Jerry Dick in that 68.5 Ford Mustang GT.
He's up against our old buddy Joe Lee Jr. He's in the 71 Roadrunner, the 446-pack. Remember, Dan, he's up on the Budweiser side. This ought to be a good drag race.
Well, Jerry in the 4-speed Mustang, he's off the line right here. And it looks like he may be in trouble, Mike.
He might be indeed. Joe Lee had the advantage. An 8th mile mark. It looks like Lee's still ahead. But look at Dick closing in for the kill.
It's a good race. Absolutely a great race. Right at 13.77 on the win for Jerry Dick.
That was a good race. Up now will be Michael Brown. He's over on the far side in that green Plymouth. Remember, this is a 440 powered CUDA. And the real interesting thing, Dan, this car has been on the drag strip since brand new.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dan Jensen in the 71 Pontiac T37, he said he's only seen 2 others like it.
Unbelievable. Looks like he may see more than just another car. He's going to see the win light, it looks like, in this race, as Brown just can't hustle enough to catch him.
Look at Jensen, 1360 at 101 miles per hour. And it's going to be Dan Jensen in his 71 Pontiac T37, 455 cubic inches, taking on Jerry Dick in that 68.5 Ford Mustang GT, 428 cubic inches. We can see him now coming to the line. This is what it's all come down to. It's Jensen against Jerry Dick. Dick nails it hard coming off the line, but Jensen with the advantage already as they clear the concrete. Here goes Dick. All of a sudden, a problem occurs. You can see the left turn signal coming on. Jensen trying to hold on for the win. He does. 13:58. Let's go down to the pits with the winner.
Dan, congratulations. Tough day?
Oh, it was pretty tough, especially towards the end. The last run was the best run all weekend that I had.
Were you surprised?
Well, I'm superstitious, and I didn't want to think about any of the races until they were over with. But fortunately, it turned out.
Well, you had a great weekend in the drag race. Did you have a good time this weekend?
Oh, excellent, excellent. Could have been better.
Great.
I'm
Thank
happy.
you. Congratulations, Dan.
Okay, thank you, Mike.